Abby Shelton, one of the seniors for the Lady Jackets and certainly one of the team leaders. Abby, tell us a little bit about the team itself. How do you all get along?
Yeah, I think we get along incredibly. Like the first night before we ever started anything, we all got together at Kristen's house because she lives off campus and just had a time of like setting the stage for the season, like casting vision, like praying over like everybody, affirming like who they are. And I think like the coolest part about our team is that we like truly are family. And something that I've learned is that like we find our identities in like within family. And so like here we have like the power to like love and accept like our teammates just like for who they are, and not because they like can get like 20 kills a game or like anything like that. It's just like purely because like we love them, and so like that's honestly how we treat each other, and it's incredible.
Neat. Now for our viewers who may not know, Abby's one of the co-players of the year in the conference last year, and you're a senior, so what do you see your role on a team like this?
Honestly, I've talked to God a lot about like my role this season, and I like truly believe for all the seniors, it's like to leave the legacy of just like loving everyone really well, and like serving and like treating people the way that Jesus would. So, I don't think that like any like past awards or anything like really say anything. It's like we just like want to like love people the way that Jesus did, and just like leave a legacy of just like making people feel really like loved and special. And
well, you've been down this road before, and 2 conference titles, runner-up last year. What's it going to take this year to win the GMAC?
I don't know. I mean, it starts right now. Like the first day, like very first thing we did was watch like the last point from the GMAC championship last year. And like watching it over again just like made my heart sink, and I know that had like the same effect on like a lot of my teammates. And so just like really hard work. Like we are willing to put the time in, like off the court, and just like really take care of our bodies. And like I think a lot of the battle last year was like who wanted it worse, and we definitely want it worse this year. So. All
right, well, good. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Wish you well this year. Thanks for your time.
Thanks.
I'm Mark Womack here with Doug Walters, head women's volleyball coach at Cedarville University, talking about the 2016 season, Doug, and what can we expect for this fall?
We're pretty excited for the season. We've got 8 strong, a core of 8 returning to the team this year, all of which were pretty good, significant players for us. So we're returning a lot of talent. We've got 4 freshmen coming in that all bring a lot to the team, and then Gabby Olson, the transfer, that's adding a lot for a team as well. So we're pretty excited for what the fall looks like.
How about some returning players who you're expecting to play well?
Obviously, Abby Shelton, GMAC co-player of the year last year, has had a phenomenal offseason. And they all did really well in the spring. Chrissy Pratt works harder than anybody in the gym and has got herself in position where she's working just as hard and playing, I think, just as aggressively as what Abby's doing. Rachel Cricky, I think, is going to do a phenomenal job out of the middle for us. Kristen Cardwell, I think, is one of the best setters around. If she was 5 inches taller, she'd be even more powerful, but even with her height, she does a lot for us. So they got a pretty strong core, and Angela, starting about somewhere during the year last year, started becoming more aggressive libero, and that's something we've been trying to bring out of her for years now, and that's got her playing really solid ball right now.
Picked to finish second in the GMAC this year. What's it going to take to come out on top?
Well, preseason polls are preseason polls. I wasn't surprised by that. And I'm excited about the conference because I think the conference is stronger than it's ever been. Every year it's gotten a little bit better. Which is good because next year we're adding 5 more schools that are going to just make the level that much higher. And so I'm excited to see that. I mean, I like to see somebody else on the top of the preseason poll and that kind of thing. It just shows that the conference is getting deeper. And I think last year's results, how that ended, really lit a fire into this team and has them a little bit more focused than I think they were in the past when it came to conference games and stuff. And I think there's a bit of a drive as a part of that.
Last question, Doug. I always have to ask you about your non-conference schedule. What can we expect this year?
It's tough. We start off the first weekend at Clarion. Our first 3 opponents all were in the NCAA tournament last year. Our first match against Gannon, they were in the Sweet 16 last year, losing to Wheeling Jesuit, who was the eventual national champs. So that's a tough one. The next weekend we go play at Quincy. Good GLVC team out there, along with Maryville. We've got Findlay coming here for the home opener, which is a huge match, future GMAC team. They got 3 All-Americans on that team. They're tough. We're at Indianapolis again, another big match. Northern Michigan's going to be here, so yeah, we're not pulling any punches for anybody as normal. And but this year, I think we're going to start seeing some different results against some of those teams, which will be nice.
Okay, wish you well. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, appreciate it.